I just saw a post that said that natural hair is hard to do. Let me go up to my room. We gotta talk about this right now.
All right, girls, so you know I'm very, very serious about this topic when I had to come in and write some notes down. And yeah, I'm very serious about this topic. I'm so shocked about what I just saw. I was like, oh no, I need to do a video on this ASAP. So let's get into this because the topic is natural hair is hard to do. But is it? Is it actually really hard to do? I feel like the women who are saying that natural hair is hard to do are the ones who are wearing wigs for an extended period of time, the ones who are wearing braids for an extended period of time, the ones who are wearing all these other protective styles for an extended period of time. And by the time they get out of those protective styles to actually care for their hair, then guess what? Now your hair is actually really hard to do. No, baby, what's actually hard is wearing a protective style for 2 to 3 months and then trying to wash it pretty quickly just to put the same style right back in. That's actually hard. Rushing to do your actual natural hair versus actually babying your hair. So let's talk about this. So you're wearing let's say you're wearing a wig. You're wearing your wig for, let's say, 2 months or maybe 3 months at a time. And then by the time you actually have to take out your wig, and then you have your own hair to deal with, guess what? It's fuzzy, it doesn't smell that great, it's a lot of dandruff, oils and sebum build up on the scalp and everything like that, and then the hair is also dirty. So guess what? Now you actually take it out, you're rushing to take it out, you're not actually taking your time taking down your braids, your protective style. You're not taking your time taking the wig off. That's a whole nother conversation. So you finally get to your hair. You realize that your hair is matted. You realize that you do need to take time, even though you still don't. And now you're dealing with a situation where it's gonna take longer because you have to detangle your hair. You have to get rid of all the shed hair. And then you still need to make sure that you get into the shower and you need to take your time to actually wash your hair. Girl, yes, it's going to take a little bit more time to do your hair because it is your natural hair. But even if you're dealing with a wig, say that has a texture that is more similar to your texture, guess what? It's gonna take some time to do, right? But that's a whole nother conversation. And that is when it becomes hard. You had the styling for a long period of time. 2 months, I think, is a long period of time. 1 month is long enough, but 2 months, 3 months, those are long periods of time. I don't care what you say. Now you're actually rushing to do your natural hair. And even if you're not rushing to do your natural hair, it still takes some time. And I think this whole mindset of our natural hair is hard to do, let's say because of time. Well, we don't have hair like everybody else. That is a beauty in being a Black woman. But see, we don't want to talk about that because you want to be Black and have all the features of being a Black woman, all the physical features, but not the physical features. Not to say that all Black women have all the same features. We all have different types of hair, different porosities of hair. So yes, everyone's hair is going to vary from person to person. Even I have a bunch of sisters and none of us have the same hair. I don't have the same hair as any of my sisters. So yeah, but rushing to do our natural hair, yes, that is going to be a very difficult process. Anytime I've ever seen that I am trying to take the quick route to do my hair, guess what? Now it becomes even longer versus me just taking the time and enjoying my hair and saying, you know what, Father God, I thank you that you have given me this head of hair, not someone else's. That's a whole nother conversation. Not someone else's, but you gave me this head of hair and I'm going to take care of this head of hair. So we're so busy comparing our hair to someone else's hair. But again, that's a totally different topic. If you have thicker hair, if you have longer hair, it's going to take longer to do. But longer does not mean harder. So we need to actually define what is actually hard to do when it comes to our hair. Now, if you've never actually taken the time to learn your hair, then yes, it's going to be a lot more difficult. That's when it's hard because you're so busy comparing your hair to someone else's hair or seeing someone else with a different texture than you, and that's what you're watching and you're trying to compare your hair. Now that is hard. Comparing, oh my gosh, not only is it the thief of joy, first of all, but second of all, yes, that is difficult because now you're watching this girl who has type, I don't know, 4A, 3C, 3B, and you're just wishing and hoping and praying that your hair could have been like that. But it's like, you want that texture, but you're not even taking care of the texture that you have right now. What can your hair actually do? You would find that you find great joy in doing your hair when you actually take the time to learn your hair and learn what she likes, understand your porosity, and understand what products work well for your hair. Even if you don't understand porosity, what does your hair like? Does your hair like heat? Does your hair benefit from protein treatments? These are all things that make our hair even easier to do. But I think what it is that a lot of us don't understand our hair. A lot of us don't understand ourselves. But a lot of us truly do not understand our hair because we have not taken the time to learn our hair. And that in itself can be hard. Can your wash days and styling days be a little daunting? It depends on who you're talking to. It depends on what you're doing. Now, if you're rushing the process, yes, it could be daunting. If you have things that you have to do and you have to like fit your hair into that process, into that day, then yes, it could be a little bit more it'd be a little bit more daunting. But if you actually say, you know what, tomorrow is going to be my hair day and I'm going to dedicate these hours to my hair. So then you go ahead, and what I like to do is I like to separate it into 2 days. That way I'm not stressing myself out with standing up so much, because me personally, I don't like to style my hair in the shower. Don't like it. I hate it. If I can do my wash and goes outside of the shower 9 times out of 10. In fact, if I could just have a chair in the shower, girl, I think I might be onto something. So what I like to do is now have my wash day. I already know what style I'm doing, right? So this is also where a little planning can come into play. So if I know I'm going to be doing some, let's say, flat twist, it could be any style. If I know that those are the styles that I have to do, then I'm going to do that on day 2. So I'm going to make sure I plan my day accordingly. I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hair this morning or after the gym or whatever, have my plan set in place, and I'm going to go ahead and wash it. I know I'm going to deep condition. I know I have to detangle. I know I have to make sure that I deep condition with heat. So I have to sit under my hooded dryer, still rinse all that out. And if I need to do a protein treatment, then I need to make sure I allocate time for that as well. But anyways, so I'm going to make sure that I allocate all this time for my wash day. And then I still need to make sure that I blow dry if that's what I choose to do. You may not want to make a full day of doing your hair. And I totally understand that, which is the reason why I separate the days. So I have my day for a wash day, and then the next day my hair is already blow dried. All it's ready to do is to be styled. I get somebody to come, hey sis, can you, or mom, can you help me with part of my hair? Boom. And then I'll go ahead and do my hair, and this will take me about 3 hours. Now, I think that is so much better to do. I mean, you could do it all in one day if you really wanted to, but that is so much better to do than to say, oh, it's so difficult, because then you're speaking this out into God's atmosphere, and you're just like, oh, this is so difficult. So now, yes, in your mind, you've programmed yourself to think that washing your hair is hard to do. Washing hair is not hard to do. You just need to know what you're doing. You need to understand your technique. You need to understand your products. But you haven't taken the time to do that. But you sure are taking the time to learn how to do that wig. And wigs are not the easiest thing to do. Let me just tell you, coming from someone who has done many, many wigs for many years, different kinds of wigs, especially lace front wigs, they are not necessarily that easy to do. It's a lot of different things that goes into it. Way more tedious than actually doing your own hair. But we ain't gonna talk about that though. Oh, okay. I just want to put her up in a little high bun for a second. What also is really difficult is not understanding, why is my hair not growing? Have I not taken the time to make sure that I looked at the products that I'm using, understanding what methods I'm using to wash my hair? I mean, you know what's also really hard? I got another one for you. Trying to style your hair in a style that your hair probably cannot do. Sorry, but I know that I have type 4 hair. So I even caught myself doing this yesterday. I have a bunch of videos in my watch later folder, here on YouTube. And who girl is like in the hundreds, and it's a lot of videos. And one of the videos, it was a woman who has like type 3 hair. And I was just trying to clear out my watch later videos, and I just looked at that video, and I might have been in it for like the first 3 minutes. And I said, why am I watching this? She literally does not have my same hair type. I'm not even going to get into watching this because now I don't want to compare myself to, or compare my hair to her hair and then be all down on myself because my hair can't do the things that her hair does. That I got all the products that she used and my hair can't do what her hair does. We don't have the same type of hair. Like, she has a very curly, wavy texture hair. My hair is not like that. I literally have type 4 hair. The point is, I'm not going to watch someone who has a different texture of hair than myself and then be mad because my hair is not doing what her hair is doing. Now that's hard. Like, I remember wishing, y'all, this was just a few years ago. I was wishing that my hair could still have like some hang time once first of all, my hair was shorter, but anyways, I was wishing that my hair would still have some hang time when I did my wash and goes. And then it dawned on me like, girl, you don't have the same hair type as her. So yeah, it's not going to hang like hers is going to hang. Your hair is going to hang like yours is going to hang. Your hair wants to shrink up. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's beauty in all the different types of hair. So embrace your hair. Like, I think right now, my whole thing is just embracing hair health, not even looking at the length, and definitely not looking at the hair type. Watching the sisters who have hair that is nothing like your hair is actually really, really hard to do. That's what's hard. Yes, you start getting into this comparison mode, and do you know how many people that I know who are wishing that they had someone else's hair? And not to mention, don't even understand that person's hair, it's still a process. What if that person's hair tangles like crazy? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Literally look at other women and just like, oh, all you have to do, girl, is just slap some water in your hair and that's it. I don't want your hair. I want my hair. I want my hair in all of her glory. I want to see what my hair can do. And you're only going to see what your hair can do if you're actually taking the time to learn your hair. It's going to take a bunch of different products probably, but start with what is your hair like? Oh, you don't know. So you have to really learn from point A to point B. You have to actually learn your hair. There's no shortcuts about it, or just go to the hair salon and let them do it. That would be like the easiest fix for you. And then another thing that I saw was I saw comments. Yeah, well, you don't wear your hair out. You keep your hair twisted up or you keep it braided up. So of course it's not hard for you because you keep your style in for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. So I have to actually have my hair in a twist out every single day in order for it to be considered hard. Does that even make sense? No way that you want to slice it or dice it, baby. Natural hair is not hard to do. You just need to learn your hair. And I don't care if you have the tightest of the tightest textures, because even those tight textures, I just saw a beautiful girl here on YouTube, chocolate, just beautiful chocolate skin. I just loved her skin. Long, her hair was like, it was really, really long. And guess what? She had type 4 hair, 4C hair to be exact. But I think we as type 4 naturalistas, natural hair girlies, we understand that there's nothing wrong with having our hair out, but particularly for me, I can't just have my hair out like that every single day. Now it actually becomes hard for me to do my hair because now I'm dealing with tangles, I'm dealing with knots and blah, 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 blah. And I have to cut those things out of my hair. So no, I think I have a little thing for my hair where I just wear her, in her twist for, I don't know, a week or so at a time, and then take the twist out and then wear it for 2 days, maybe 3, and then boom, it's time to wash my hair. And that's my process. That's also what works for me. That's also what has been growing my hair. Now, I know a lot of girls will be like, oh, well, I wash my hair, my twist. That can't be me. It won't be me. Now, maybe if I had like the plaits, that might be a little easier to wash my hair, but I just find great joy in restyling my hair every 2 weeks or so. And there's nothing wrong with that, but this is what works for me. It may not work for you, but it works for me. And I love that I found a style that I can wear to the gym, that I can wear to church, that I can wear out or whatever, and I can style it up. I can have it down, I can have it in low bun or whatever it is, and I can have it out. So therefore I really get like 2 styles in one in those 2 weeks. Twist and then twist out. and I stay on a regimen, and I try not to let this stay in in these for too long, because now it's gonna get harder. Now that's when it's gonna actually get harder to do my hair. But you won't understand that if you are not actually paying attention to your hair. You have to know what works for your hair. I do these chunky twists and I love them down, but I will not dare wash my hair in these twists. My hair, for me and my hair type, for me and my hair texture, for my hair, this does not work, because my hair gets very, very frizzy, gets very tangly. Why would I make my life harder? The whole goal is to not make my wash day or anything dealing with my hair hard. I want it to be easy. So all the girls, all of us who are saying natural hair is not hard to do, of course there are the comments who are saying, of course you would say that because you wear your hair in twists or in braids. So yeah, it's not hard for you to do. Okay, but I still had to style my hair. I still had to wash it. I still had to prep it for my style. What are we talking about right now? If you want to wear your hair in a certain style, just say that. Just say that. Oh, and then I saw a girl who said, everybody does not want to have that look. Some of us want to have a more proper look. Some of us want to have a different, like a certain aesthetic. We want to fit a certain aesthetic. I see many, many beautiful girls wearing wigs, wearing weaves with, the perimeter, like around here is out and there's a little leave out right here and it's beautiful and it's flowing and all the things. And I understand that is the aesthetic that a lot of women want to have. But for me, I'm just not willing to have this part of my hair being, burned out just for the sake of a style. I'm not willing, girl. And a lot of people don't care. A lot of women are just like, no, but that's the aesthetic, girl. That's the aesthetic, period. This is the only stuff that I want, period. I personally don't like to deal with too many textures. Like, I don't want to deal with a straight texture and then a kinky texture. When I dealt with that, I cut my hair off. If I get heat damage, cut it off. If something ain't working, cut it off. Because a lot of people are not willing to cut their hair, but they sure do be willing to be in these styles, but don't want to cut their hair, because everybody wants to look like they have long hair. But is your hair healthy though? I was just talking about this. This is so crazy. I was just talking about this in my last video. Is your hair actually healthy though? My goal is to focus on the health of my hair. The health. What styles are contributing to the health of my hair? Some girls just want to have straight hair. Do you, boo? But don't come against the women who don't want to compromise the health of their hair just for the sake of saying, I want to fit a certain aesthetic. And all of this leads to this: getting styles that are not similar to my own hair texture. Because I understand the goal is to have hair that is easier to do, because we already know that natural hair is hard to do. They like the bust down middle part. They like the super long flowy hair, and they're all beautiful, but it's not my texture. So is it to say that texture is beautiful and then my texture is not? We have been conditioned to think, number one, that natural hair is hard to do, and then to make matters worse, now your hair is only beautiful if it is long. What happened to us as a society? You have different groups of people who naturally just have very, very long hair. It's just like all of them seem to have long hair. And it's not to say that us as Black women cannot have long hair. We just ain't taking care of our hair because we so busy thinking that our hair is hard to do. What are your thoughts when it comes to natural hair? Do you feel like natural hair is hard to do? And if you're here, go ahead and drop a gray heart. This is what I'm wearing right now, gray. Just got back from the gym, but drop a gray heart in the comments. That way I know that you're still watching and that you're in on this conversation with me. So I say all that to say, natural hair is not hard to do. It's not. My hair is the easiest to do because I understand what she likes. I understand what she loves. I understand that she wants to be washed. She wants to be conditioned. She wants to be treated with love and attention and affection and all the things. And I love giving it to her. I listen to her. Sometimes she'll tell me, girl, keep me twisted up. And then other times she's like, girl, it's time to take me out. Well, what we doing? And she loves it. She loves both. But that is what makes my hair so much easier to do, because I listen to my hair. and I understand what she wants. I need a name for my hair. So I don't want to leave you guys with no resolution for how to make your life easier when it comes to your hair. So I'm going to do a separate video. And what I want to do is I want to talk about the things that have made my life so much easier when it comes to my type 4 hair. So I'm going to put that in a separate video. Tell me why you feel like your natural hair is hard to do. Is your natural hair easy to do? Tell me about your density. Do you have thick hair? Do you have fine hair? Do you have coarse hair? Do you have thin hair? Tell me what all makes your hair actually hard to do. That's what I want to understand. All my ladies and all my gents, I love you guys. And I want us to change this narrative that our hair is hard to do, because it is not. It requires love. It requires sun. It requires oxygen, attention, affection. It needs to be watered. It needs to be cleaned, and all the things. So anyway, bye y'all. Mwah. Oh, and my favorite comments. Girl, I gotta pull my hair back for this one. You have good hair. That's why you can say that.